Welcome to Monkey and Frank. My name is Do, and my body is Dom. I want to talk to you about a dream that I had last night. It was fucked up. So it was, me and my group, we were in a wasteland, and we were going towards a destination. I didn't know what the destination was, but we needed to get there for survival. And on the way there, I managed to fish in a pond or in a lake or whatever, but I caught this big ass fish and I cooked it, and that was kind of like our bartering monetary thing for our journey. So as we were going, and I was so proud that I caught that big fish. It was like my group and I. So first we could eat, and second, it was a tool to be able to barter. So as we were going, we get to a bridge, an old rickety bridge, and the only way that we could cross was to barter with those people, because as you got on the bridge, they would be pushing this big metal thing so that it would get us over. And motherfuckers took half of my fish for us just even to cross that bridge. And I remember the feeling of like, God damn, like we need to get there. We're not going to be able to survive. And there was this urgency to get there. Anyways, we cross the bridge. I give him the fish, and we continue walking. And then we get to a point where we're almost there. We can see the buildings, but I didn't know. But those buildings were some sort of square building. They were white, and on the inside was a black square building. And once we got there, there was a guard that was talking to us, and he wanted more of our stuff, so that he would, and he told us like, oh, give me more of your fish and we'll get you like ahead of the line so that you can get your group settled and sorted so that you guys can, survive. So I give him some of my fish, and he walks a little bit, and he turns around, and he's like, go fuck yourself, you motherfuckers. You really think that I would like bring you to the end of the line? Fuck you. Haha. And then he was eating the fish as it was going. Now I was left with nothing. There was nothing. So we get to the building, and I noticed that it's a form of prison, but like open prison, open society prison, meaning we got there and there was people just sitting in that square building all around. And basically what would happen is every day the little black building in the middle was kind of like the policemen, but they were us. It's just basically like people that got hired to suppress us so that we don't rise up and fight, and they would get a little bit more food, and then they would distribute the rest of the food to the people that were kind of in that building. And I remember going to the washroom. There was a washroom there, and I just started to break down. Like I broke down emotionally to the idea that, holy fuck, like we just did this entire journey. We struggled, it was so hard to get here, and once we're here, we've got everything taken away from us, and now we're stuck kind of like waiting and depend on other people for survival. And we couldn't turn back because the wasteland had nothing to offer us. So I just started to break down, and I cried, and I was crying, and I was crying. Got out of the bathroom, and I was still crying. And then I see this black person. He was mentally challenged, handicapped, like with the hand, like he was having trouble walking, and he was crying too. And I remember seeing that, saying like, holy fuck, like that guy is fucked. Like he's never gonna get a chance to be one of the police officers to get up the chain, But and I could see that, like, oh my god, like he's fucked compared to me. And I kind of stopped crying. I got myself together, and I said to myself, like, even the policemen are people like us, souls like us, and they're suffering as much as we are, but somehow the 1% is able to turn them against us so that we kind of fight within each other and we kill each other just so that, I don't know, just so that the 1% can fucking have their 1% luxury bullshit. And when I realized that, I'm like, fuck, still in my dream, like I saw the black guy, and I'm like, fuck. And in my mind, I kind of had a resolution of like, one day I'll be that cop. I want to get up that ladder, so I'm going to be working super hard so that I can be one of those cops, so that I can reduce the suffering of everybody here, and especially that guy. like he has nothing. And and then I woke up, and I woke up with the feeling of like, all right, like no matter where we are in life, no matter how many lives we're going to live and how much chaos and suffering is imposed on us for the purpose of learning, we always have the opportunity to set our intention to help and to reduce suffering. And when I did that in my dream, it made me feel good about myself, the knowing that this life is not the end, that after we die there's going to be something greater and something beautiful about it. And the only thing we can do is to help each other out, and even the cops that stole the rest of my fish and that were kind of mind fucked into oppressing us, these guys have souls as well, and they were stuck in that situation as much as me. And then maybe if we can talk to each other and grow, that I could convince them to help me reduce suffering for the rest of us and for the rest of the civilization. So I wanted to share it because I think it applies to kind of what we're going through right now, when the poorer is getting poorer and the richer is getting richer. Don't matter, man. Those people, they're not the enemy. We need to talk to them, be with them, and show them that it's all about the connection, about soul work, about, death. Monkey and Frank, my friend. Monkey and Frank for life. I love you.